Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this exciting session at the third GenAI Summit, Southeast Europe.
Today, as we shared, we will explore the theme of AI-driven innovation in travel and tourism and how it's unlocking new possibilities for the industry. It's my distinct honor to introduce a special guest whose leadership has been instrumental in shaping Greece's tourism landscape and positioning the country as a global destination for travelers. Please join me in welcoming the Minister of Tourism, Mrs. Olga Kefalogianni, who will now share her insights of this transformative topic. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to join you today for this third GenAI Summit. I'm really confident that this meeting will provide valuable perspectives on how AI is becoming a key driver of innovation, a transformative force across societies and economies. AI applications optimize operations, enhance decision-making, and deliver personalized experiences. They help businesses adapt to evolving customer demands. Generative AI further amplifies these capabilities. By creating tailored content, it has become a game changer in industries such as travel and tourism, enabling unprecedented levels of creativity and engagement. AI is reshaping the way we plan, the way we experience, the way we reflect on travel. It empowers businesses and destinations to reimagine service, delivery, connect with travelers, and enrich their experiences. From automated customer support to precision marketing and dynamic itinerary planning, AI makes travel smarter, more responsive, and more attuned to individual needs. It is also transforming destination marketing by enabling data-driven decision-making and stronger personalization. The Greek Ministry of Tourism is actively embracing these innovations and opportunities. Our policies focus on leveraging the potential of digital innovation to enhance traveler experience, elevate our tourism offering, and adapt to changing global trends. Our vision is clear: sustainable development and qualitative growth in tourism. We aim to spread tourist activity across the country and throughout the year, to highlight Greece's unique identity as a destination that combines authenticity, quality, and diverse, unforgettable experiences. To achieve these goals, we are investing in a series of innovative projects to improve travelers' experience, while creating added value for Greek destinations and businesses. First, our flagship digital platform, visitgreece.gr, will undergo a significant transformation. The updated platform will incorporate second-generation AI technology to provide travelers with seamless access to real-time travel information. It will include services such as attraction searches, destination alerts, interactive maps, as well as automated ticketing. Ultimately, this platform is designed to serve as a digital compass, guiding travelers through every step of their journey in Greece. Digital technology is equally vital to our work in promoting thematic forms of tourism. To that end, we are building a national network of agrotourism businesses, local producers, and gastronomy. Our goal is to create a dedicated destination management organization for gastronomy and agrotourism. This network will be showcased on a digital platform, inviting travelers to immerse themselves in Greece's rich agricultural and gastronomic heritage. Our initiatives also include platforms promoting activities such as mountain tourism, diving, and yachting. These digital tools will highlight Greece's natural beauty and cultural wealth, attracting travelers seeking unique, purpose-driven experiences. Moreover, we are focusing on wellness tourism, an area of global tourism interest. To that end, we will develop a dedicated application to guide travelers seeking wellness. This application will use AI-powered voice recognition to provide quick and easy navigation. It will also include a detailed wellness map of Greece, helping travelers discover areas and attractions suited to their interests. Finally, a prime example of our commitment to digital transformation is the My Greece, MAI Greece, mobile application, which we created with the support of the Ministry of Digital Governance. The MAI My Greece application functions as a digital travel assistant that utilizes AI technology to offer users a wealth of useful information. It provides details about attractions, from museums to blue flag beaches, but also information on hospitals, police stations, and consular services. Another key objective of this app is to provide immediate assistance in cases where travel in Greece is affected by emergency situations. The app, therefore, also features a geolocation-enabled button for direct communication with emergency services. Our goal is to ensure that every traveler will have a seamless and fulfilling experience during their stay in our country. We also aim to further strengthen the sense of safety and hospitality, which constitutes one of the main advantages of tourism in Greece. Ladies and gentlemen, we are navigating a period of significant transformation in global travel, where challenges and opportunities coexist. The future of tourism lies in embracing technology, addressing evolving travelers' expectations, and adopting sustainable practices. Greece is committed in delivering quality, authenticity, and unique experiences to every traveler. Through innovation and adaptation, we aim to lead the way in this dynamic global landscape. With the strategic use of digital technology and a strong focus on sustainability, we aim to solidify Greece's position as a world-class travel destination. We are building a future where every traveler leaves Greece not just with memories, but with a deeper connection to its heritage and spirit. On this note, I extend my best wishes for a fruitful GenAI summit and look forward to the insightful conclusions that will emerge from this important gathering. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much for your time, your inspiring words, and your valuable insights. And I have to say that as a guy coming from Northern Evia, I really appreciated this mix of traveler's experience with safety and trust. Thank you again. As we are continuing with our panel discussion, we are thrilled to have an incredible lineup of experts today who bring unique perspectives in this transformative topic. Ladies first, Mrs. Alexandra Kardami, founder and CEO of One Hall Managing Reputation, Mr. Nikos Diamandopoulos, Managing Director of Marketing Greece, and Mr. George Kassar, Customer Success and Technical Sales Manager for Greece and Cyprus at IBM.
Thank you for coming. I'm starting with Mr. Kassar that I left last. So, AI is radically transforming the operating models of economic activities as we know them today. Can you provide examples of how AI is reshaping the travel industry today and perhaps what changes we might expect in the future?
Yeah. Initially, let me thank you and congratulate you for setting up this very beautiful but also very productive panel. So to revert to your question, I believe that everyone in this room fully agrees that AI, and more specifically GenAI, currently retransforms the total economy and reshapes many, many industries, among those one of utmost importance for Greece, which is the tourism industry. And why is that? It's because we see now that AI introduces smarter, more flexible, more efficient, and personalized services. So we see, for example, travel organization, travel companies that leverages AI-powered assistants so that they can provide, for example, as we discussed earlier, 24/7 customer support in multiple languages. In the past, virtual assistants is not something new. We knew them in the past, but now we migrated for something like, as we call, traditional flows to actions. Hence, those specific assistants are now able to cover more complex inquiries, complete bookings, for example, or even provide personalized recommendations to travelers according to their preferences, according to previous experiences, or of course, with a relative travel context. So what we see is that we see our customer satisfaction improvement, but at the same time, we minimize operational costs. Okay. At the same time, we cannot omit how AI has been introduced in marketing. So basically, at the time being, we see that marketing can now provide in the touristic area more dynamic, more personalized campaigns so that they can meet the expectations of the traveler and more or less increase the retention or increase the satisfaction rate. Okay. But what we expect in the near future, okay, Mrs. Kalfarigianni said it before earlier as well, that according to my experience and according to my view as well, we need to provide more real-time suggestions. Okay. Data is not something that is still, does not remain, it keeps evolving, so AI should adopt and should provide recommendation, taking under consideration the specific information, the specific data as well. Okay, so that being, for example, perimeters like what is the current weather, what is the expected, we have seen in workshops with customers, what is the expected forecast of the weather in the next 3 days, what's the current mood that the traveler is feeling, and so on and so on. So these perimeters should be taken into consideration. And of course, we cannot omit sustainability. Okay, so AI comes in sustainability, and specifically for organization in the travel industry, should provide them recommendation about how they can optimize the energy consumption, specifically, for example, in hotels and electricity consumption, or assist them in order to forecast the maintenance activity in their infrastructure. In other words, we're going to see how we can increase customer satisfaction, but at the same time, activities should be smarter and more sustainable.
Thank you very much. Let's start diving in then. Mr. Diamandopoulos. Marketing Greece plays a very significant role in promoting and strengthening Greek tourism. How do you currently utilize AI in your efforts, and perhaps what have been like key results or even challenges?
Me personally, as marketing Greece. First of all, thank you for this panel, and these discussions will become very productive as we go. I have to admit that I can't help myself when it comes to new technologies. So when the news broke about ChatGPT, the first thing that we did is to purchase 2 paid plans and began experimenting. The first thing that you experiment in is your internal operations, your internal process. So we began integrating Copilot in our teams, emails, in our conversations. It's very helpful, and I will talk about the limitation right afterwards. We began implementing AI translation with TPL, which we found was the most efficient tool for that. And because we create so much content, that helps us be more efficient when it comes to the other languages, so that the translator can only edit and not translate from point zero. And we have integrated some API implementations there. We played with Perplexity when it comes to studies and research. And of course, ChatGPT for copy or markup language. We have built 2 or 3, I think, custom GPTs for specific functions, etc. One limitation that we've identified Up until now, Greek language has not been perfect. If you try to transcribe or put the Copilot to get the meetings for a meeting around 6 months ago, you would laugh with the result. But we're optimistic. I think that every upgrade, every update on the models, it gets better and better, and I think we'll get there. But the most important thing is that we, last June, we have our website, our discovergreece.com, our B2C channel, with more than 6 million visits per year. We wanted to integrate an AI bot there. So we partnered up with GuideGeek. GuideGeek is a company, a side company of the Matador Network. The Matador Network are one of the biggest travel publishers in the US. And they have built GuideGeek based on millions of travelers' data points. They've excelled in brand safety. They base their application in OpenAI. And they have some features that back in the end of last year, we thought that they would provide value for us. And I mean back-end reporting. We could have a human takeover for the conversation whenever we thought that we can provide extra value to the conversation for the traveler. And of course, the fine-tuning, that they are beside us every step of the way. So we pilot tested the product for like 3 months in the spring. We launched it in June, and we continue to fine-tune all the conversations in order for the information to be more accurate. Users are not very good right now to prompting. This will become better and better as we go, because they're getting familiar with the prompting skills.
Themselves,
yeah.
Training in prompting.
We have seen many funny conversations between travelers and in our bot, but I think that they will eventually get familiar with how we can prompt artificial intelligence in order to get what we want. So all in all, it's a successful launch. I think next year we'll have more data to share. But at the end of the day, we really want to enable AI in every part of the value chain of the projects that we manage.
Thank you very much. Let's go to a similar topic. So, Laura Kratsunova, founder of Scratch Marketing and Media, recently noted that PR professionals now need to go beyond traditional activities such as narratives and learn to work with sophisticated algorithms. Mrs. Kardami, as the founder of a PR agency with extensive experience in the tourism industry, how have you integrated AI tools in your work?
First of all, I would also like to thank you for inviting me in such an interesting conversation, and especially representing a field that is starting to use AI technologies rapidly, and especially in the travel sector. As you said, as the founder of a PR agency comprised of a team tech-savvy and innovative, we consistently explore new tools and technologies, and we try to integrate these tools into our everyday working. Our approach is to integrate the ones that really help our workflows and prove beneficial in enhancing efficiency and the value we deliver to our clients. They help mainly our teams to streamline repetitive tasks and ideas, such as the traditional keyword research, or quickly summarize long-form articles and reports, and even visualize campaign concepts. For example, when working with clients in the travel sector, we are able to use generative AI tools in order to draft multiple immersive narratives, and some members of our team even use it to brainstorm, as they believe that they can inspire fresh ideas that are that cannot be generated via traditional brainstorming techniques. But while generative AI, while artificial intelligence can write, design, or ideate, it cannot really replicate the human connection that is what defines PR. That's where we need some balance. Balance is crucial. We use generative AI to handle the heavy lifting, for example, writing social media posts or drafting templates, PR templates. However, the tone, the context, the emotion that our brands and clients need come from our teams and from the human factor. We should not forget that the core of PR is about building relationship, maintaining relationship, and creating campaigns that engage the audience and offer an authentic experience. And this is merely a human task.
Speaking about the human touch, I would like us to go to one of the most critical or to activities from promoting tourism businesses and destinations, press and farm trips. Mm-hmm. Which AI or GenAI applications or tools are most effective in enhancing their storytelling potential?
Of course. When you organize a farm or media trip, it is important to create compelling narratives, storytelling. So we mainly use ChatGPT, Jasper, DALL-E, or Midjourney because these are all tools that can help us create even visual narratives or unique itineraries, and even handle trip logistics with the final and our final goal is to create a seamless experience, a unique experience for the travelers. To give you a recent example, we organized a farm trip for Sorex and destination managers of cruise companies, worldwide cruise companies, in the region of Central Macedonia. And the goal was to increase cruise calls to the port of Thessaloniki and have the destination selected in excursions in this destination selected in their schedules. In order to do that, not only did we use these tools to create a good schedule or the ideal itinerary, but we also used it for visual representations. For example, we did a microsite, and we used the tool to replicate a yoga lesson in Mount Olympus.
All right.
Yes, this was really impressive, and they made the audience, our invitees, more engaged and more willing to join us in this farm trip. And also to connect with what I said before about the human touch, we had the members of our team also create an itinerary, but we had the tool create an itinerary, but the members of my team made it more localized in the sense that we decided to visit a family local bio winery and have the participants, the attendees, enjoy a feast with live pizza making and live music from local musicians.
Thank you very much. I like the gastronomy aspect. I'm going to move forward with Mr. Diamandopoulos, and I'm afraid the time is very tight from now on. Let's move to data. With GenAI expanding current capabilities of utilizing large data sets, how can these technologies help us understand and respond to travel trends and preferences? We had some hints earlier, especially in the rapidly evolving post-pandemic environment.
Yeah, many hints and many examples from both George and Alexandra. I'd say that apart from the strict data analysis, we do possess many and diverse data sets in tourism. It's not always easy to analyze them, to combine them. But I'd also like to add that destinations would really benefit, would really benefit if they had a capacity to combine not only data quantitative, but also all of those research studies. We do have the WTO, WTTC. We have many papers on tourism. And that's a project that we're working on. And I think many destinations would benefit from working on something like that, to build a knowledge base combining all of those papers and studies, all of those data points. It's like having a person trained with all of this information, and you can ask him whenever you want his opinion about the project, about the strategy, about an idea. So I think that is something that we cannot think enough sometimes, because we focus solely on data sources that have quantitative data. Regarding data, we all know that Institute of SETE gathers up many data sources, they edit it, they normalize it, they are providing us with so many insights, but there's always more room for sophistication in that sense. So that's why George, Alexandra, IBM, One Whole, and Marketing Greece and SETE have begun talking about it, have some workshops, brainstorm on it, trying to build a use case that's going to go to the market and solve a problem, an actual problem, or face a specific challenge. So I hope that we can have this come to a fruition, and we can build a use case that's strong enough in order to be adopted by destinations.
Essentially the new possibilities we talked earlier.
Yeah, there are many, many possibilities. We should focus on one in order to get something done, and not only theorize.
But with data, there is certain responsibility. So I would like to ask Mr. Kassar, what steps is IBM taking to ensure its AI applications adhere to key principles like transparency and privacy, and they are ethical in general?
Yeah, for sure, responsible AI is something that lies within the heart of IBM, and specifically for industries like banking or travel, where data, privacy, and trust are of utmost importance. So we have seen IBM being the pioneer for many, many years for providing the tools needed to AI engineers, either in traditional machine learning or even now for generative AI, that can assist them in order to build AI applications that will ensure transparency and trustworthiness. So let me give you an example. Imagine, for example, that you have a travel organization that uses a virtual assistant and provides a personal recommendation to a traveler. So we need to be in position that the reasoning behind it, for example, what's perimeters, like it's going to be, availability, preferences of the traveler, the weather, whatever, is traceable and is transparent to the end user. So why we end up having this decision, and what were the parameters that led to the specific decision. On the other hand, IBM assures that whatever solution is being deployed, whatever solution is being developed, meets specific standards. For example, you need to be compliant about regulations on GDPR. You need to be possible to cover techniques like, for example, data masking or secure multi-party computation, and so on and so on. These are are de facto standards that we need to comply. But IBM believes that when we look at AI, we need to look at AI in a holistic manner, meaning we have to take into consideration where is the model being created, how we fine-tune the model, how we keep the data for this model, and how do we govern the life cycle of the model. So IBM currently invests very heavily in what we call the platform Watson X, and it has 3 specific pillars. It has the Watson X AI that basically provides the capabilities and the tools needed in order to create a model, either for traditional machine learning or for generative AI, how you can fine-tune this specific model, how you can adjust the weights of this specific model, but also where data resides. So this is where Watson X data comes into the picture. And we want to ensure data privacy. Everyone should have the minimum known basis accessing the data. But most importantly, it's going to be the governance of the model with the use of Watson X governance. So we need to ensure that the life cycle of the model at any specific time that does not cover any bias, it's ethical, and at any given time, we do have the transparency needed. Okay. One last comment, if time permits, is the example that has been driven this year by the Spanish government. We have discussions with many customers that are very worried about how their data is going to be consumed, when they're going to use, for example, a model on a hyperscaler or as a service. So we saw, for example, a very tight collaboration with the Spanish government because they wanted to create specific models with their specific data, but they wanted to assure, and they wanted some guardrails and guarantees that those specific data will remain according to their control. So IBM strictly believes in hybrid cloud, and this is the reason why all the solutions that they are being offered can either be provided in the hyperscaler or on-premise. And this is the use case that we followed with the Spanish government, that their solution, in order to create those specific models, followed the on-premise solution.
Thank you very much. From now on, I have to be even stricter with time. But speaking about trust, I'm going to a different issue. About the intense and frequent crises such as natural disasters that require from tourism businesses and destinations to inspire travelers with trust and security even more. Mrs. Kardami, in that kind of situations, what strategies can they adopt to maintain this trust, and how AI can support these efforts?
Thank you for this question, because it is truly a very important issue, the issue of handling crisis, especially in the situation of natural disasters, where we see a lot of destinations recently facing difficulties with this problem. A good communication strategy, and the most essential one, would be to communicate quickly, transparently, and consistently. This is where AI, you can bring AI tools in order to help you rapidly respond and create announcements, updates, or even monitor social media and in some way control rumors and prepare your remedies and your recovery strategies. This is really important, but it is not only that. We also need open AI data processing capabilities in order to create new models that will help destinations and other tourism businesses to be better prepared. And when handling with crisis, preparedness is the key. And it is very important for travelers to know that you have prepared if you are a destination or a tourism business. And this is really important in making your destination a top destination for them to choose if they're feeling safe.
Thank you very much. Mr. Diamantopoulos. I could say Nikos, but
Nikos.
we know each other. In 2 seconds, AI and sustainable development. 2 seconds for me. How AI can support local tourism business and destinations in achieving sustainable development. You have worked with destinations all over Greece, different sizes.
Yeah, I'm going to be very short because time's up for like second time. The only thing I want to add to this conversation, because George referred to sustainability initiatives and how AI can contribute to sustainable development. The one thing I want to add to the conversation is that we all really need to work on increasing the AI literacy of local businesses and stakeholders. I think that we're not so far behind up until now, but the clock is ticking. We really have to adapt. Ministries' initiatives can lead the way. It's a very good example of thought leadership. We're trying to share the know-how that we ourselves in Marketing Greece get from destinations abroad through WTTC, GSTC, and all the networks that we're part of. And I think that's the first step and the most important one. Apart from all the other applications, we're not so far behind in applied applications in AI comparing to other destinations. I mean, we cannot find something that's too far away from us. There's still time, but we need to work on advancing the AI literacy of the local stakeholders and businesses.
All right. This is very interesting.
And the mindset and the culture have to open our eyes.
And talking about AI literacy, let's go even more to the next day. Open source AI, it's an open innovation. It's becoming a critical part of the next generation of solutions. Mr. Kassar, how can this benefit the tourism industry, and what initiatives is IBM leading in that aspect?
You hit a very precise point that IBM currently investing a lot. So, in a nutshell, 2 key benefits that are being introduced by open source AI. First of all, it is rapid evolution initiatives. We have seen it in the past. I'm pretty confident that we're going to see it in the future. Innovation comes from the open source community. And second is economic efficiency. And what do I mean here? We see small organizations, medium or even large, that are in position to use open source software, open source models, and customize it according to their needs. Okay, so they can provide particular insights on the information that they have and provide particular services to the end users. In IBM, we strongly believe that one model cannot fit all. Okay, so we strictly believe that we need to provision, we need to develop, we need to use specific models, either models for a specific use or small language models that can provide the best KPIs and also minimize the cost of operation. Okay, and this is the reason why we partnered with Hugging Face. But in addition to that, all of the Granite models that currently IBM has released are now open source under the Apache license. At the time being, if I remember correctly, there are 18 covering time series analysis, natural language processing, spatial data, whatever you can imagine. Okay, so, but when we talk about open source models, I believe the vast majority of the audience believes that we can download the models and we can just use them. No. IBM Research took the next step and communicated and announced what we call InstraLab. I would like to see every hand if someone knows InstraLab. Oh, excellent. So, what is InstraLab? InstraLab provides the capabilities so that you can download the model either on Hugging Face or open source model and fine-tune it or align it according to your specific information, according to your specific taxonomy. So imagine, for example, a specific content that we know for a specific territory in Greece that this specific information is not available, but we want to fine-tune the model and align it, change the weights of the model so that this specific information is being included in the model. And what if I tell you that you can do that in a small model using your MacBook at your office? Okay. So as a next step, we discussed about open source models, we discussed how we can fine-tune those specific models, but how we can run them, okay? So in cooperation with Red Hat, now you have what we call the Red Hat Enterprise Linux AI. So basically it's a new operating system that you can deploy those models and you can run them on-premise or on cloud. So in a nutshell, open source AI basically democratize AI in the touristic industry.
I would like to thank you very much. Having the luck of being the moderator in previous hospitality tracks for the GenAI Summit, I found our discussion very valuable and also prolific, both for the applications moving forward, but also regarding the factors highlighted, such as literacy, in order to adopt in a large scale these capabilities in the Greek tourism sector. I'm afraid we don't have time for questions.
But we're going to be here. We're going to be here.
Yeah, we're going to be here. I'm going to make up for the rush during the questions by inviting you and hosting you in Evia, my hotel. Thank you again. And I think we can give the floor to Christos.